So check it out. Here's one of my latest purchases off eBay. I got it for a pretty decent deal. I've been looking for one of these K-Line S2 switchers in Coca-Cola, and it's pressed out of a Marks mold. It didn't have a horn, so I put a reproduction one in it. And also, I don't really care for K-Line's headlights, so I took out the little clear plastic piece that runs from here to here. It uses the light here, but it doesn't really work that well. So I put a 5mm LED warm white for the headlight. Got everything cleaned up and running good. This was taken out of a set box, and I don't think it had ever been run, probably since 1993 or 4, whenever it was made. So I did polish the wheels, and it runs really nice. So I thought we'd take it for a spin. There's a couple other projects I was working on, and one of them I want to show you. But just having some fun with this one. And I also bought a searchlight, a Coca-Cola one, a K-Line, and it also has the a little truck with 6 barrels in it, and it's one of those revolving searchlights. So I put a couple other revolving searchlights I have. One's an Army and the other one's a Hershey's. And I dug out a Lionel Coca-Cola caboose. So for now, these are, I just have only about 4 Coca-Cola cars, so I might try to collect some more. But I'll take these for a spin. You can check them out. It's kind of fun to watch them spin around, the searchlights. Now the 5mm makes a lot better, really nice headlight for it. And we'll pick the camera up this time and just kind of follow it around. Here we go. So with dual motors and traction tires, it's a decent little puller. And now I'm going to put the camera back down so I can show you what I really wanted to make this video for. Let me shut the S2 off. I've been working on, I already featured my Berkshire, my 736 post-war that I found at an antique shop over town, but I think I had a Rail Sounds tender hooked up to it at the time because the tender that came with it was damaged. The back end was all broken out of it. So here's what it looks like now. I was able to cut the damaged part off, the back end, and I used a Dremel to do that. And then I took an 8060T tender and cut the back off. I used my chop saw, just a regular wood chop saw, and cut that off. And then I drilled a hole because the 8060T has the 2 slots there that hold the back end on. But when I looked at them, I noticed that the rear end of it was pretty much identical to what was on this tender. They're just, these are longer, and I've been told that these shells are a little bit harder to find, so I figured it was worth preserving. So I used Plastruct and super glue to attach it, and I filled it in with some body putty. I used it, I stuck it in from the inside so it wouldn't show. I was trying to minimize any sanding I would have to do because I wanted to preserve the lettering too. I figured it was a nice tender and I was able to do that. And I painted it after I got everything nice and smooth. I painted it flat black, and then I brushed on some micro satin. Also, there was some damage to the side here, right about there I think it is. And I was able to fill that in with some body putty and then sand it and do the same thing. So it came out pretty nice. Then I rubbed the whole thing down with some Armor All so it would kind of have the same sheen all the way around. And then I started working on the whistle itself. So as I'm talking, I'll hook this up so you can run it. I put new brushes in it. That's the first time I'd ever done that. The whistle didn't work too well in it, so when I put the new brushes in, it really changed its attitude. And I got it hooked up to my big Berk, and so I thought we'd take it for a spin here. Let me back it up. There it is. So I thought we'd take it for a spin. I've got some Mega Steam down the stack, so here we go. The new brushes really make it work a lot better. So. And that Berkshire, especially with magnet traction, it's a beast. I love the Lionel post-war locomotives. They run good, and this one's no exception. It really seems right out there. I'm going to move the camera so we get a little bit better angle of it. And down around that corner, there we go. Sorry about the wiggling. You see, I got another revolving searchlight. It's got minions on it. Brian Gurgle collection. He made that. It was one of the first things I noticed, so I picked it up. When I went to the set up at Eldridge Park, the kids loved it. They certainly picked that out in a hurry. Little minions. All right. I think that tender turned out really great. I'm glad I was able to preserve it. So you don't have to spend a lot to have nice trains. I've got $75 I paid for this at the antique store, and this was all cruddy. I'm not sure what was actually on it, but when I cleaned it up, the finish is like brand new. And I think I paid $50 for that Coca-Cola S2, and I really like a lot of the K-Line offerings, especially the stuff that was pressed out of Mark's molds. I think K-Line may have lost their way by trying to go high-end with a lot of their stuff, and they got in trouble with Lionel, but so it's kind of a shame they're gone. But anyway, the stuff's still out there, and you still get it for decent prices, so you don't have to pay a lot for your trains to have nice ones, and don't be afraid to fix them up. That repair, I think that 80-60 tender is pretty common. So thanks again for watching. God bless. Never forget, Jesus is Lord.